Hi, Vaughan here, and in this video we're going through the final GMC checklist, and that is looking at the footer, Shopify settings, and product settings. So let's go through all of these settings and check them out. Okay, so we will start with the website logo in the footer. Let's just double check that quickly. There we go, there's our footer. We have our logo there. We should have done that in a previous video anyway, but it's always good just to double check. Okay, the other things we need to check are the policies. So we've got privacy policy, yes, that's there, and make sure that it works. Your shipping policy is there as well. Your returns and refund policy there is working, and terms of service. All those ones are there, that's good. The contact us page link is there as well in the footer, so that's good. The customer support details, okay, so that's over here. So we've got customer support hours, our email, and our phone. Again, all hyperlinked and make sure they're correct. And the next one is the About Us page. That's linked there as well. You've got a track order page, which is good there. You have a company name in the website footer, which is down here. So we have our company name and that's linked as well. And you have an FAQ page, which is there too. Don't worry too much about the order that these are in. It doesn't matter as long as they appear there. Okay, for a couple of bonus points, you can have social media profiles. So they can appear down here or down here, but we haven't gone through and set up Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or Pinterest pages yet. But when you do, you can add them here and it just adds a little bit more trust to the site, which is good to have. So if you want to put them in, go for it. And payment policy icons down here as well. So we've got all the different payment method icons that we accept that are down here, and make sure that they are accepted in your store. You know, if you haven't set up PayPal, then put that one in there. Yeah, but everything else is acceptable. So you can put in your other payment methods down here. So if you're using Zip or Klarna or Afterpay or any of the other ones, you can put them there as well. Okay, so that's just a real quick visual check to make sure that all of those things are there, they work. I would go through and recommend just clicking on the links and making sure that they do go through to the correct pages. And that concludes the footer part. Okay, the next part is the Shopify settings section. Now, this part here, the first one is make sure that your website is 100% complete. Really, that's just there to double check everything. So go through and just click on everything you possibly can on your website and make sure it actually works. You know, right through to on your mobile device as well, and just make sure it all looks good. You haven't left anything undone and it's all linked and everything's working there. That's what that one's for. Now, you also need to make sure that there's no pop-ups coming up on your website. Now, these are very popular, obviously, but make sure that they're not there to start with. You can add pop-ups later on. Maybe I would give it about 3 to 4 weeks after your GMC is approved, then you can start adding these things back in. All right, same things with any fake counters. So you get some countdown timers and things like that. For example, you might have something on your product page to say they've got 5 hours left before this goes out of stock or something like that. You want to get rid of any of those, or if you've got any stock counters, which we do, they're all part of the theme as I explained in the previous module, but we want to disable them for now. So make sure they are not on our product page for now. Again, we can add them back in later. Any kind of sales counters or again, countdown timers, any of those kind of things we don't want on our product pages. Okay, the next thing to check is the homepage SEO is on, both the title and the description. I'll show you where that is. Okay, back in our Shopify store, if you go to online store preferences, then down here you'll see the homepage title and the homepage meta description. Just make sure you fill that out. Make it unique, put it into ChatGPT, create something, and put that in there. So make sure that's there as well. The store details under general should match your store contact us page. So that's in here. If you go into your general and then your store details area here, if you just click on edit, then this comes up here. So just make sure that this is correct. Your store phone number matches and your store email matches. That's what that's there for. Okay, the next one is making sure that the shipping locations match the store currency. So what we mean by that is the shipping location is the United States. That's where we're going to be selling our products to. Just make sure that matches the currency on your store. So if you go to markets in here, the United States market, just make sure that it is US dollars and local currencies is on. If it's not, then just change it in here. The next one is checkout settings. So this, you need to make sure that you require first and last name, which we have there by default, and shipping address and phone number. We want that to be required. So make sure that's required. Mine wasn't, so it probably wasn't done by default. So just click on required. Okay, I'm just going to save that then. Now, make sure that customers can check out without registration as a user as well. So that is just making sure that that there is just unticked. All right, so we don't need them to log in before checking out. So that's okay. And the very last thing in the Shopify settings is just make sure there's no placeholder images or text anywhere on your website. Okay, so we should have cleaned all those up with your theme anyway, so that's okay. Now, getting on to the product level settings, just make sure that you don't have any sales on, no promotions, anything like that. Make sure that the prices there are just a standard price. We don't want to have any sales on yet. You can do that after you get accepted. Your stock levels should be anywhere between, say, 5 and 100. That'll be fine. Don't make it 10,000 or something like that, because Google look at that and go, that's a little suspicious. All right, so you want to have your stock levels anywhere under 100, but make sure that it's definitely not 0. You need to have products that are in stock. So between 5 and 100 is a good setting to have. Make sure that your product descriptions and your product headlines are unique. Now, we do that automatically through using AI, so you should be fine with that. But yeah, definitely make sure that they are unique. That is a huge help. Don't use any product reviews that are found from any of the products you have found on Amazon or AliExpress or anything like that. All right, you can't do that. You can't copy or import reviews from anywhere else. Okay, your product reviews have to be unique. Google do not like it when you import product reviews or make fake product reviews. So you need to be very clear about that. And if there's any copyrighted images from anywhere, any images on any of your product images, make sure that they are removed, and you won't be able to use copyrighted images anyway. So be very careful when you're selecting stock images or anything like that. If they do have copyright on them, then Google will not like it. Google knows, so make sure that you don't put them up there. The very last one is to have the product SKUs. So just make sure that you have a SKU number on each product. Now, we went through that anyway when I showed you how to add products in there, but just make sure that every product has a unique SKU, stock keeping unit is what SKU stands for, and each variant, if you've got variants, make sure they are all unique as well. Okay, that is it, and that concludes all of the checklist items for the GMC checklist. So that's it for this video. See you on the next one.